Greetings everyone, I'm Napoleon Complex, and today we're going to be fighting the other side of the Battle of St. George as the Principality of Achaea. Here is the blurb if you'd like to read about the battle. And let's get into it. So here's a little bit of information about the battle. And let's have a look at the battlefield. Now, to start things off, we're not too badly outnumbered in this battle. It's not like the other side, where the Byzantines were basically in an almost hopeless position. We have almost parity of numbers with our knights here, facing the Byzantines' heavily armoured troops, including knights and what are basically modern cataphracti. On the other flank, we have Greek Archontes, which can more or less match the Byzantine units. Even though these are above average and ours are just average, if they come forward to confront us on the hill, we will be able to meet this unit more or less in even terms. And we also have the Knights of St. John to punch a hole in the line. So I expect victory all the way along this front, and it's the same story here. Now, where things get a little bit harder for us is the fact that the ambush is going to be sprung from the castle. So the Byzantine Emperor, Andronicus Asin, has stationed 2 units of cavalry. Now they are going to emerge behind us. That obviously presents a flank threat, but it's nothing too bad. This is all we have to do to stop that. There we go, I just stopped the flank threat, because our spearmen will be able to draw them off. What is a problem is that the moment that happens, all of my units will undergo a cohesion test. And so, well, let's just see how it goes. I know what my opening moves are going to be. I've kind of studied this battlefield already. We are going to move this unit of archers towards this tuft of woods. I'm going to, move my cavalry here. And I'm going to shift this unit of archers into this patch of woods. And this unit of archers will try to go for these woods over here. So, and I might actually try to get these units all the way to this patch of woods here. Or perhaps, actually, I might try and get them onto this hill. So that will keep them nice and protected, and they'll be able to shoot in at the Strathioti. As for this section of the battlefield here, well, I'll move my Frankish crossbowmen up so they can support the battle against the cavalry. Get some kills in. Not sure what to do with these Frankish spearmen or the Frankish armoured spearmen just yet. We will need someone to hold against the feudal men-at-arms. Honestly, that may as well be my Frankish armoured spearmen. However, we're not going to move them into position just yet, or rather I'll move them to here. I just want to keep my options open, because when the disruption happens, I have no idea what's going to occur. Now, the last thing we want to do is, we're going to move the Teutonic Knight. We're not going to move them forward. We don't want to let the Nomad Horse Archer shoot us. Move them to here, and what I'm going to do is immediately move my Greek archers onto this hill. And they are going to help us confront this initial wave of Nomad Horse Archers. And I'm also going to bring my skirmishers over because they are going to help with that. The Melingoi are going to head in a similar direction. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, I probably want them to head on to this rough ground here because they're not going to be much help otherwise. That said, if we can get them onto this patch of rough here, I'll keep one back in the centre just to provide some infantry support. Now with that, I think we've got our best planning done. So one last thing I'm going to do is, where's my Commander-in-Chief? I'm going to temporarily put him on to this unit of Frankish Raw Spearmen, because if this unit disrupts, we could be in serious trouble from the ambush. Now with that, next turn. So the AI, bold as a brat as always, comes straight towards us. And here comes the ambush. Because we're playing the Byzantines, in case obviously you haven't, because we're playing the Achaeans rather, you get a little bit of information that you wouldn't get as the Byzantines. That sounded pretty bad. But looking at the yeah, we're already probably toast. What did I just say about this unit not disrupting? We are going to have to... I don't know what we're going to do now. Right, turn and fire, I guess. We now need to disrupt that unit as well. Okay, so I have nothing I can stop the onrushing Greeks with. I need to win in front and fast. Gonna crash into them. I now managed to score a fragmentation. That's all of my support units as well, so this entire section of the battlefield is in chaos. Move them over to here, I guess? No, because then they can get me in. They're complete. Oh, we are so screwed. Move to here and pray we get some kind of miracle rally. They'll attack us next turn. Right, at least the situation on the right seems to be relatively stable. Except for this unit disrupting. Pin them in place. Good. And that means I'm now on the clock on the right flank. Move here. You guys will probably just fragment. Me try and throw javelins. We'll win even going uphill, so I'm not worried about that. Oh, but I am worried about the knights. We want the hell to be to our advantage. They are going to need the general's help to be relevant. Right. And you guys can probably come in and throw some javelins at the enemy. And Malingoi can still move up onto the hill pretty much as planned. And let's see. I wonder if those feudal men-at-arms will. They'll probably charge downhill, but then we might be able to get to the flanks. So that's why I'm holding back here. There might be something I can do if we're. No, I'd need a general available to do that. Should have taken the general from there. We'll lock that unit. No, because they would have moved something to stop us. This is going to be horrible. Next turn. All is proceeding as to my designs, except that. Interesting. So they're bringing their knights out towards my weakest point. Sending the Emperor away to command some nobody spearmen was probably also a bad idea in hindsight. But it goes to show just how badly I needed those spearmen to not break. The ambush troops moved last. We should win all of this. But remember, I still need to beat the infantry behind them. Brace. Okay, well that will help. I should be able to make mincemeat of those archers. Right, we can at least get a decisive advantage here. Disrupted. And going downhill, I can meet them. This flank is having zero luck. Fine, you hit them. You cover them. While all of that's going on, see if you can do something about this. Good job. How bad is this? Stand a chance. I have to stop this from developing any further. Oh, Bailey Frederick is the general, apparently. Oh, of course, because we're not fighting as the Byzantines, we're fighting as the Achaeans. If we engage here... Give them the general, because they're about to be given a very unpleasant task. Really? 94% chance they couldn't win it? What can you hit then? Not the best matchup for the archers there. Now the danger here is that my... Actually, you know what? That looks like a pretty... Of course they're not even engaged. Slam them. Right. And as for the rest of my infantry, would have to be the disrupted unit that made it there first. Okay. Gotta hope some of these guys rally up soon. I'd use my general to rally them up, but there's other things to attend to next turn. Good. The more we rip apart the Byzantine army, the better. And I didn't think they'd lose again. And those are highly superior troops, they are not. Yeah, didn't realise I put them out there in the open. They are not about to disrupt under pressure. Seriously? That shot must have come across... That much shot must have come from halfway across the map. Okay, interesting strategy. We'll see. We'll see how that works out for you. No. Swings and roundabouts, I guess. Maybe losing right won't be such a catastrophe. Apparently it's going to be a day of mixed blessings. Yeah, I'm just going to shut up because I clearly have no idea what's actually going to happen next. This is going well, I think. We're certainly carving them up on this front. Right, so predictably enough they've moved to here. Right. Well, that was throwing good after bad. You are fragmented, so... Oh goody, because they are facing that way as well. So all of this is pretty vulnerable at the moment. Let's take our flank attack. We've more or less got it by sheer luck. That should allow us to win this fight at least. Honestly, if we can just end this with the battles where we have got an advantage, then we can avoid taking the worst from the situations where we don't have one. I should have resolved this melee first, because they might have won that battle. Let's just get the bad stuff over and done with, save our nerves. They are they are maneuverable. And the archers would let them face anyway, so I can't. I could otherwise have started to maneuver into a flanking position here. But the Byzantine garrison Scutatai are going to make it there first. There is one thing, if the knights take my Greek Archontes, then, well, let's see, look at the, see, that's the thing, they are going to run straight into my Frankish men-at-arms if that something doesn't lead them off. Okay. And then all of these disrupted units are in trouble. Get into the woods, that way you are at least protected. And I think what we actually want this unit to get caught, because that will lead them away from my knights who are struggling down here. This is a stupid strategy. Or they could hold, and that really helps us. Right. So we know they're going to hold for the next turn. Stay there, because I might need you to prevent that flank attack from going through. Good, they are maneuverable. I didn't just make a terrible mistake. Those knights can't reach us on hill. These guys might be able to limp away, and I'll get the flank attack on them next turn. We can't actually fire with this unit, so that's probably going to go horribly. Get out of the way then, and you guys just pray you don't get. Well, they can't hit. They can't hit both of us. That's a bad move for obvious reasons. They move that. No, leave them where they are, because I'd rather get hit. I'd rather have one of my units get hit and no cohesion test than to move here. They have to take a cohesion test, and then this unit gets hit anyway. I hope they turn around soon. Is that everything? I've got this situation to deal with. They've rallied up. That is one nasty impact. Kind of need this unit. Right. They are obviously in the way. Move past here. Really, you can't turn. Okay, move to here. Move to here. Engage here and rescue them. And that'll have to be the best we can do for now. At least we've got the height advantage protecting us here. I no longer need this general to be here. Why don't you try and rally up some of these guys? Particularly that unit there. Yeah, and we know the situation. There's nothing these Melangoi can do. Actually, yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah, try to pull back towards the hill where you have some kind of advantage. No, stay relevant, because they may need their support against the Byzantine garrisons. Next turn, there will be some nasty things for us, but I think it's mostly going pretty well. Going to really hurt. That's what was hitting us before. Didn't realise they had troops heading those woods. Or maybe it was what was tormenting us before. There are a lot of archers back there. as the Achaeans found out when I was commanding them. When I was commanding the Byzantines. Because of course our massed archers were instrumental there. Right, they've held out for now. This is surely, but they've held out another turn. Our mercenary commander is clearly living up to his standards. Please, good. Darn it. That was yes! Yes! You need to stop charging people on bad ground. It's a very predictable result. Hold on a second, I just need to fix something. Sorry folks, I had to go away because my computer was about to melt a hole in the desk. Let me get my bearings. Logically, let's try and win this fight first. We haven't broken. I don't see any reason to hurry that up. Let's get this is the fight that we're in danger of losing. I don't suppose we have a general available. Oh right, he's busy dying over here. Let's see how that goes. Right, fire. I wish I had moved them now. Start to very slowly lumber up the hill, I guess. At least they're weak. Well, hold on a second, if they can't intervene, let's see, is there somewhere else they could be that's useful? Not really. It's all about this fight on top of the hill right now. We're also slowly losing this battle. Okay, we survived another turn. We can't save that situation. Get over to here, see if we can flank these Byzantine lancers. In the meantime, attack here. Still can't seem to thump them, can we? I wonder what's blocking them. Because we do have line of... Alright, must be this unit on the crest of the hill. Which means that this unit's fire really isn't very effective right now. Try and push them away. Right. No, they really can't move, can they? And we're just at a disadvantage there. Fighting at a disadvantage there. I've really made a mess of this. Fire at them then. The chances of this unit rallying up are slim given the quality of the situation. It is marginally better than getting shot to pieces, I suppose. I don't want to abandon my hilltop position here, not unless I have to, or I can gain something by doing it. Not what we need right now. We could do with some more skirmishers being available. I just realised those Greek archers are looking rather vulnerable there. I am seriously worried about what happens when this goes off. Thankfully, I'm actually glad we didn't win there. Those are ours, aren't they? At least they're keeping the enemy honest there. Is that... No, those are just regular archers, okay. Sorry, bit of a tricky turn there. And I think it's only going to get more tricky with this situation here. I know what you're thinking, but why don't you just get into melee? Those Byzantine garrison archers will probably manage to beat us going uphill. And we've also got these gas moloi coming along. I need to hope this unit rallies up. what to do is turn that unit around. I'm going to back them off. I'm going to try and get some room to pull back. In fact, by turning my back here, I might lure these Byzantine garrison archers into trying to come up the hill, and then we can hit them. Okay, right, with all of that said and done, is there anything I can do with these units here after trying to rally up? Because they've not really been able to achieve anything all battle. And I still don't see how they can achieve anything. They could move to there next turn. Well, if they charge, then we're just going to have to let them charge, and maybe then I can move up to flank. We'll see what happens. And the knights stop pursuing. Interesting route path. None of our units have routed yet. Okay, entirely expected that to happen. We're still taking a ton of fire from the hilltop. Once again, good luck with that. You give me hope just to rip it away again. How ridiculously strong are these guys? Please tell me they bounce. Phew. Well, it was that or get outflanked. Right, we're at 23%. But I'm not seeing as many obvious roads to getting the route percentage as I did before. And we're getting rather ragged here. They have rallied up. I need to find out what happens here. They're not. They're in a different command group. I mean, there's a lot I can do here. We're in a really good position. Let's just see how this goes. Okay, that's weakened them further. Smashed them again. That's fragmented them. But now we're still in this horrible fight. Let's just stand there, but this is going to be another matter. The knights are still clinging on. Right, with that, as I thought, they've been distracted by something else. We can move up for a flank attack on these Byzantine garrison scatatoi. And we are winning against these disrupted Byzantines. I really wish they could turn right now because they're about to get blocked in. These guys have got us through so much, but they're going to crumble soon. I'm looking at what happens if I throw everything in. See, even with all of that, and if we somehow survive this horrifying impact, then this unit's still likely to break. If they go flying off the field, they will eventually hit these best Frankish men-at-arms. What to do? Oh God! Why am I doing this? That felt right emotionally, but it felt wrong strategically. Fragmented, and now everything's going to go. 67%. That fragmentation. That's all going to go. And that was my one unit I could have used to try and steady the situation. Had that unit gone off in that direction. We will pay for that. Don't worry about it. Now what I probably want to do with this knightly unit here is turn them to face this direction. We're going to go straight into the back of all of this. I'm trying to... Well, you know what? We can't come to the rescue of this unit. But you know what I can do? This is going... too far away. Transfer to this unit then. Move to here, and just for the minute, pin in place. I'm going to transfer the general again. We're going to charge in and attack. And we'll move these now rallied up Frankish spearmen to the sides. Hold on a second. See what happens there first. Right, now move in. Excellent. Keep fighting here. Very, very good indeed. See what happens. Clinging on. This situation is starting to get to a critical point. Charging here would be extremely risky. I don't want to do anything rash. Just move back, and now we have hopefully a little bit of room to maneuver on this side of the battlefield. Right, you know what? Let's get these nomads off of our backs. Move to here and bring these units into the fight as well. Since our archers don't have anything else that's pressing to deal with, we try and get rid of these guys. I think that's pretty much it. Next turn. Not good. That's just breaking my heart. We worked hard to get them off the map. Actually no, that was one of the nobodies we killed early on in the battle. And they've got nowhere to go. Well done, morons. Just a real great position you got yourselves into. They're a prime candidate for auto-breaking. Oh good, I just turned around. Please tell me they aren't... Those are heavy archers, aren't they? Yep. Couldn't see them for the trees. Oh, just when I was ready. Do some serious damage there. They charge through without helping with anything else. Now, who they decide to go after is going to be critical. You need a horse to water, but you can't make it think. Their only chance of survival... Well, this is depressingly enough their only chance of survival now. Except they'll... Right, here's what we have to do. Push them forward. That's going to be horrible. Move to here and pin them in place. They're going to break. Oh great, they're not going to break. That's... keeps us guessing. Keeps things interesting. So with that grenade about to go off in my ranks, let's just get ready to cover the flanks here. There's some javelin I didn't even know I had. Well done. This is entirely my fault. These are bowmen. Pin them in place. How close they might endure a beating. Give them. There goes my commander. Before we do anything else over here, slam into them. They're still getting mauled by the knights. Right, into their flanks. These 71%. Just don't lose. Okay, is it worth giving them the general? I mean, really, what hope do they have? We've already had several miracles on this battlefield. Let's give them a chance to redeem, a chance to rescue themselves. After all, we put them in that position. And fight it out here. My real hope is that I'll eventually take down the Emperor. It's about as relaxing as it always is. At least move them out of the way of instant death. That helps. It was bound to happen eventually. They frankly did an amazing job. That's 2 of my commanders off the field. And these knights won't be able to do anything against troops on this hilltop. Let's move them away. Hopefully they'll come after us. This always happens. It always starts off in good order and it degenerates into a horrific brawl. Next turn, we'll see which direction the brawl takes. Of course they rally. Nothing but Murphy's Law on that for a while here. To be fair, we had a lot of good luck for a long time. It's a matter of time before we suffer auto-breaking here. Good, they just got themselves firmly impaled in bad ground. They should drop back. And a disrupt for the troubles. Please don't break immediately. Okay. The archers in that forest have been the bane of my life. Now you break. Not a turn ago when it would have been useful. To be fair, the main reason that worried me was that I thought they might disrupt. Since they didn't disrupt, as far as I'm concerned, they've done their jobs. I'm not going to be a lot of help if our units auto-break instead. Okay, limp. Well, hold on a second. First of all, we need to know what happens here. They've held on. They've held on. Okay, limp into position here. We'll move around like this to cover this section of the battlefield. Put them here first. Then whack them with the knights. And yes, finally! We've seen a weakness in Emperor Rasten's unit. That's an auto-break. Those knights couldn't fight on forever. They were under enormous pressure the entire battle. And they are ignoring my knights and going after the rest of my army. Intelligent, but that doesn't exactly help me. They're going to flank us, aren't they? That might mean I'm able to intervene. This... yeah. Go away. They bounced. I hope my cavalry appreciates the help, because all of my archers are going to die now. Fight them here, at least we can try and push the, but we can try and even the score up a little bit on this section of the front. It's not a break. Remember, they're lower quality. I think they were at less than half anyway. Right, that entire section of the front is eventually going to go, and we're losing quite a lot of ground now. What happens here first? This is what happens when you make emotional decisions. I was trying to save that unit that fought so hard before, but everyone's dying now. Okay, because we'll need to set that up. Next turn. Still believe we're winning this. That unit's rallied up 3 times in as many rounds. That might actually keep them alive a little longer, because the arrows are really done as damage. Done as the damage. Interesting, they're going down, they're going uphill. The enemy really aren't helping themselves by entering these melees. That garrison unit will eventually bury these Frankish crossbowmen who are struggling and they're forced up against the forest. Or not. Perfect timing. Right, just let them go. Let them go. We're not losing anyone else to this catastrophe. What are the odds long term? If we charge in here, catch them, turn the archers around, we are going to bring down these gits. So you can get between these units and into their backs. And there goes the Emperor himself. As it turns out, he wasn't much of a ruler after all. Right. Turn here, and this is going to be horrible. This is going to get very ugly very quickly. Fragmenting. Yes! We are going to win there. Now, if these knights could just cling on a moment longer. There's already a general in that fight. General up. You have to try to break those spears. Right, at least you've got them occupied. Turn. Well, don't do anything yet. See what happens. 28%. They're superior. They'll hold. Turn here. Get away from that morale bombshell that's about to drop. Just Don't let our men know how badly this section of the front is going. We're fine, we've totally got that. Even where we have the advantage, we're losing ground. Right, these are Contes. If we turn around, they'll just charge back into us. Move to here, I guess, and try and get away. Well, hold on a second. No, there's no way I can angle it. They'll just block the attack and then lock us into a bad melee. We need to escape out to here, then maybe we can go and do something a bit more useful. That is all she. That is almost all she wrote. Yep, turn and hit them here. At least that weakens them up a little bit, gives us a little bit more of a chance. Next turn. Please don't prolong this nightmare any longer than it has to go on. It's already been a horrible battle for both sides. They just can't stop losing, can they? You can't block the flank, you still can't block that charge. They can just hold on for a minute longer. And of course that's the exact moment they break. We had them, we freaking had them. They were one turn away from annihilation. Now we're losing. Everything that's gone right for us and we're still losing. We've managed to escape us. Battle's kind of entering its darkest hour. Maul them. I just can't seem to get rid of these guys. I'm like the world's worst stalker. Charging them, maybe will cause a disruption. Okay. We'll be able to at least take out those ralliers. Okay, turn around and at least we can take out those archers who are coming to rescue their allies. These Frankish sergeants are not going to be able to deal with those few men-at-arms on their own. If we can bring the spearmen across to help, that might be enough to do something with. You know, just frankly, just ignore those Byzantine archers or see if they're stupid enough to come out into the open. Can you make any headway? No, but now this unit's going to break. But they didn't, and we're still in it. There's nothing more I can do. Really, that sounded like felt like a short turn. Next turn, well, it's coming towards the end of the battle. There's not much more I can do. And they're now lined up to hit us in the back. Those that was a good move. bringing them in against the Frankish crossbowmen. Well, that unit coordinates, and they're still keeping my cavalry away. Good. Finally some headway. That won't really change much because disruption doesn't really affect units fighting in rough terrain very badly. It's only once they fragment that things start to change. We're free of... They're gone. It's done. We've avenged ourselves. We can write the movie. We can write the epic movie later. Good. Let's just move around. It's our favourite. That's what we can. Oh wait, that was our take it out of there. I was trying to figure out a way to get them to charge in there and get them to definitely retreat. Right. At least we are working our way around the flanks now, with at least one unit. Try and keep those knights honest. I need rid of them. We're on even ground with that group there. No. It's looking increasingly like our efforts are just didn't come quite close enough. Please tell me they stop routing next turn. They stop pursuing next turn, rather. Drop that. Deliver to them on a silver platter. Knights cause an extra cohesion malice when they win combats. This, on the other hand, could be big. That could be a big boon for us, breaking this unit. We needed to fragment them. Okay, they've stopped running away. We'll block them in as planned. Oh Jesus, run towards the cover of the woods. If anyone's making it out, it's these archers. They've cleared us up here. If I charge, I'm not sure we'll actually be able to fall back onto the rough ground. Let's see. Hit them here, see what the effect is. These Greeks are fighting like lions. That was the last chance we had. But at least then they can't stop our flank attacks. And they have... oh god, they're in a horrible position as well. But at least that means I'll be able to possibly mop up all of this. I should disrupt them at least, that might... look at all of this. I thought for sure we were going to win this one. Keep going this way. At least if they charge, so that might actually save that unit, because they I shouldn't have taken away the general there. Next turn. That balances them. Of course, if the enemies keep making decisions like that, we might be able to win this after all. Should have seen that coming. It's these units. That unit in the wood has caused us so much trouble. Why did you run away? What hope did you possibly have about running cavalry? Right, general up. Oh god, hit them as hard as you can. Okay, I was hoping for a disruption there. Okay, we can hit them as well. Hit this unit here. Break them. Okay. Oh, that's even better. Do you see it? We're close to auto breaking. Leave us for dead, why don't you? I just threw that away. No, wait, I thought I saw a no out. I saw I saw a no command and control come up, which made me think that they'd broken, but they hadn't, so we're still in it. Run into the woods. You'll be relatively safe there. If the enemy come after us, we can ambush them from the forest. They're just holding us in place there. Might possibly be able to go after the Byzantine garrison archers, doesn't seem very likely. Get over to this side of the battlefield, and if the archers come and attack knights in the back, then, well, we can probably do something with that. We've still got a shot at this, let's keep going. We won't have a shot if they keep rallying up. Archers in the woods again! No, this is just me being stupid now. They didn't even break. That's it. That was agony. I felt we seemed to have it. Everything was going right, and I don't even know we suffered what I can only describe as some kind of black miracle on the left flank. I was trying to conduct a heroic last stand here. I got overconfident. I threw everything into this, and it all just, my luck ran out. I gambled. I kept gambling, and I eventually lost. We just ran out of steam here in the centre. I got repeatedly snared by these Byzantine garrison archers. That's what one unit of massed archers in the forest can do. It can completely paralyse every other heavy unit on the battlefield. And, well, the rest of it was just the small things going wrong. This was so agonising because it was so close. It looked like we'd won at one point. But just a few misjudgments towards the back of the fight when I was getting tired, and it all went wrong. That was agonising. Well, there's no denying it was still a defeat. I'll try it again another time, but yeah, let's just leave this. I've been Napoleon Complex, and thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed watching me suffer for an hour, then please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. And I will hopefully see you in the next one, where we might have a little bit more luck. Farewell for now.